I always think of mental health as buoyancy.
Mm,
And some people are just more buoyant. They float easier than others. So they
hmm.
can be in a pool and they're just bobbing on top like a cork. And other people, they just have to tread water, just tread water. Do you like that analogy? Is that effective to you?
I think that is completely fair to describe it that way
Hmm.
because some
Hmm.
people, they don't ever experience a thought when it comes to suicide. And I remember as a kid, when I heard people say that they've never experienced that, I was kind of surprised because when I was younger and going through middle school and high school, it was a struggle for me. And it was a struggle for my brother too. And it's all a chemical imbalance in your brain. There's a lot of different things that can affect you in life, which can make that imbalance even worse.
Yeah, I will do. Maybe you knew this about me or not, but I will do services, funeral services. I've done
Mm.
hundreds of them, and I
I
I,
did
I
not know
went,
that.
yeah, about 700.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I want to run this by you through your filter. Okay,
Hmm.
it is surprising to me when I see people who die by suicide, how many personal habits they have that are depressing in nature. Right,
Hmm.
the music they like is dark and depressing,
Hmm.
and I think to myself, well, don't do that. I mean, that makes me depressed. What are you doing? That is, why are they attracted to something that, as a person who's fairly buoyant,
Hmm.
I would never do, yet they seem drawn to it? Could you talk about that?
I think it's because they finally see themselves in the lyrics and the words that people talk about. I
Hmm.
think a lot of time we live in this world where you should just be happy, right? And if you're not feeling that way, it's hard to connect with others. And so when they do hear music like that, it just connects with them and they feel like, okay, somebody actually understands what I'm feeling.
Hmm. That's good.
It's a tough
And
answer, but it's the reality.
well, and it's dangerous. It's good and it's
Hmm.
dangerous.
Right. In a way, it's relieving, but it also can make things worse.
I can't help but say, not can, but does make things worse.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, tell me about this project you have in honor of your brother.
Yeah, it's incredible. I've been at the Treasure of Tegan's Light pretty much ever since 2024. He passed away in February 2024, and Tegan's Light started to exist in around June of that year.
How old
And
was he when he passed?
15. He was young.
My.
Actually, it was just 6 days after his 15th birthday, so he was barely 15. Like, it's getting younger all the time.
Can you guess as to what happened?
Oh, yeah. He did leave behind a note that kind of gave us a little bit more clarity on why. And he had an injury 3 weeks prior. He was already struggling mentally, but he never communicated that to anybody. And he had this injury where his arm was kind of like, I think it was a tendon up in his shoulder, or I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor.
Hmm.
And it somehow got stretched out and it was super painful. And during that 3 weeks, before he passed away, he was just spiraling out of control because he couldn't exercise. He couldn't weld. He wanted to be a welder. And those were the outlets that he had utilized that allowed him to stay afloat. And when he lost the ability to use his arm, he just spiraled. And I think that's the hardest part is you never know what can happen in somebody's life that will impact them. And it's something as simple as an injury that completely changed my brother's life.